And it says we're live.
Well, it may be the only one.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, guys.
Yeah. We're here.
Welcome to the After Action Report. Oh,
And the cookies disappeared already?
no. Hang on a second.
God damn.
It's a Courtney,
Hey, Courtney.
and she's fucking cheerful. I hate this place.
Thank you to whomever sent.
The Oreos.
Yeah.
We are now officially the dark side.
We have
We have cookies.
We do have cookies.
Of
Yes.
course, I would like it to be much darker today because, ow,
You're still hurting.
I don't have so much hurt. It's not so much hangover. It's just, ow.
We have our section of town is very old. It's part of the original section of town, so there are cast iron pipes, and if you don't flow water through them for 4 days, you get this orange rust.
Yeah.
And we stagger in the morning and do your morning ablutions, and you look down, you think your kidneys have died.
Thank you, Richard.
Holy shit, my kidneys are gone. Oh wait.
God knows our livers are still in trouble.
Oh,
And Ben wants to know if his story hit your folder yet.
I don't know.
Courtney.
Ben who?
Hunsinger.
Probably.
Hey, Alan.
We're still catching up. Oh,
Do the announcements.
that's right.
At least I remembered.
I've still got brain cells missing in action after that Saturday night. Jesus. And Kelly and John are bad people.
So much fun.
Okay, so if you want to support the Blanket Fort, send and God bless this guy because I killed one of his bags of coffee this weekend. If you drink coffee and you like coffee, King Harv's, be sure you heard about it here. So maybe they'll send me another free bag.
Yes.
Oh,
And they are greatly appreciated.
oof.
So, yes, there was one anthology apparently written at the convention.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I got pings that I got emails in. Oh shit. There we go.
Why don't you explain what it was first?
Okay, so and I'm going to do I'll do an explanation stream by itself eventually. But we had a thought, strangely enough. We do those every now and then, that we didn't have a anthology for January. And we had all these lovely pictures that we've been playing with. So we decided to ask people to write stories that would fit on the back of a picture, essentially.
50-word stories.
50-word short
Just
stories.
50 word. And it had to be a story.
Mhm. And I have not checked the email account yet. I was traveling all day yesterday. So I get receipts that I've gotten emails to my personal account. So I know that there's at least 30 of them in there. So wonderful. Some people actually handed them to me at the convention.
I saw people walking to panels writing Kelly Grayson, writing their 50-word story on their cell phone.
Some of them got sent to me directly. The ones that I have seen have been wonderful.
Shit. Cedar sent out 50 pictures.
Cedar sent out 50 pictures. I know there's at least 30 because that's how many receipts I counted. So I haven't actually checked the email yet. So if you hear the primal screaming from Texas, that's probably me.
We've also got our first anthology that, yes, I was drunk. I agreed to it. Of 2024. I was sober enough to add the 2024 on there.
Caveat.
It's going to be tentatively entitled Devil's Oven Mitts. And I've got a year to work that out. So tentatively is Devil's Oven Mitts will be the title of this anthology. And apparently we have developed a reputation even in the Northeast for anthologies. Because people I didn't recognize from Adams Off Ox, there weren't a whole bunch of folks I'm used to. The what I call a Liberty Core group, weren't a whole bunch of those folks there. People I didn't know from Adams Off Ox were going, "When's the next anthology? Who the hell are you?" Oh, and if y'all can chase down Joel Joel Solomon. I saw him earlier in a chat. He is a delight, and his kids are fantastic.
His kids are so cute.
Yeah.
Experimental models Mark 1 and 2 are
And 2.
adorable.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Evan Deshayes met up and fed you some.
Dickles. Oh,
Which led to some wonderful conversation at the table.
What the hell are you? Oh, we published your writing.
between Evan and Greg Gagnon and our friend Dan Fraser and other people that apparently there was a bottle labeled that had a handwritten label with anthology fuel on it. I'm not sure what the hell it was, but it was good and we killed it.
Yeah.
Somebody I did anthology fuel in one of those. Hello, my name is anthology fuel on a bottle of amber liquid. Oh, Saturday was bad. Saturday was bad. Dan and Evan and Greg got me lit. I wasn't drunk, but I was well on the way. Me and Kelly were well on the way at dinner. And we were moving from the restaurant to the bar.
Mhm.
And I had to go to the bathroom, which is a long way around. And not apparently, I pinballed my way off the walls to the bathroom. So get back, find the bar party. And somebody kept tipping booze into my glass.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Jonna.
Whatever I had ended up with a straw in it. So,
So
Okay, so we have to point out, we have to add to this that one, Ian can't sit next to me, nor can he sit across from Scott Richardson.
no, holy gods.
Because I mean, between Scott would fill up my drink, and then I'd pour half of it into your cup because I didn't need to be that drunk, but was, and so yeah.
Well,
I mean,
he kept-
and
he
poor
kept-
Jim is just like, oh my god, you reprobates, you
he
children.
kept buying my drinks and would set them in front of me. I didn't realize he was buying doubles.
Yeah, he was doing double Jack
Oh,
and Cokes. So
And the bar was really heavy on the booze.
Oh,
I had some tonic with my gin.
Yeah, no kidding,
It was
right?
but no, it was also we were all in a really good mood, and that
So-
was the first time Ian really got to let down after all the
I know these
trial
reprobates.
stuff. Yeah,
So I was putting my hand over the red Solo cup after I got done drinking.
we just gave you a different cup.
But apparently, I would take,
It was fine.
I would go to grab, somebody would get my attention, and I would be talking to them, and liquid would appear in my glass.
And everybody wanted to know where Jim was.
Yeah.
So
And I was not there,
you're going to tell us why.
and I will never darken the doorstep of Norfolk, Virginia again. And that goes back
Jim has an opinion.
40 some odd years.
You were loud. You can tell us why.
I'm thinking. Actually, it goes back 50 years. I was in Virginia, out of Norfolk, doing testing on a encoding altimeter when I was a young enlisted man. And we were flying out of Norfolk because they wanted to test it out in the op area out there where they could get an accurate measurement of the aircraft's actual height over the water. We were treated like dog shit. I literally remember a sign on the courthouse grounds that said sailors and dogs keep off the grass. So I pissed on the sign.
As you do.
That was probably the worst 2 weeks I have spent. The quarters that we were in had been condemned in 1960.
Now it's your sign, Jim.
Huh?
This is my sign.
Yeah.
I claim the sign.
They'd been condemned in 1960, and there was no heat in the building. There was a trickle of water, cold, and we had to go walk 2 blocks over to draw linens, which I swear to God had not even been washed. They stunk before we ever put them on the racks. And all of the racks looked like this. I mean, they were, there was no way you could find a decent one anywhere in that friggin' building. And that's where we were stuck for 2 weeks.
I'm sorry.
And we were treated like shit in town. And I made a vow then that I would never darken that doorstep again. And I had a number of times where I had to go to Norfolk for meetings when I was working out of DC. So I would get up at 4:30 in the morning, drive to Norfolk, go to the meeting, drive back home, sleep in my own bed, get up at 4:30 the next morning, go back to the meeting. So no, I will never go to Morriscon because I will not spend a fucking penny in Norfolk, Virginia. Period. End of statement.
So after Kelly had been, don't go drink with Kelly if you have a touchy liver. Just don't go drink with Kelly if you have a touchy liver. So Kelly, after I moved away from Jonna, Kelly was apparently doing the same thing to me. And then Kelly disappeared, which was really weird. I shut down the bar without Kelly, which is really odd. Anyway, I decided to go to the bathroom. I told everybody I was going to the bathroom because when you're that drunk, that's what you do. And they had been escorting people to the one bathroom.
Joel, I don't care where the hotel was.
You have to fly in. Well, you don't have to fly into Norfolk, but yeah, it's.
So I announced I'm going to the bathroom, and the offer of escort is turned down because I'm a cavalry scout. If I can find a 10-digit grid in the dark, I can find a bathroom in the convention hotel, and I did. And then when I came out of the bathroom, I found myself arguing with a booth about why the hell was it in the bar and who the hell thought it was a good idea to put a booth in the bar, and realized I was in the dealer's room.
Which was easy to find. It was you meant to go down the hall and you just went straight forward instead. And I.
You mean something like these, Jet?
What?
$2 bills.
Oh, wow.
Yes, we got paid in these back in the day. Yes, I kept a couple of them.
So it was an empty dealer booth. I had stumbled into the dealer room, which apparently you weren't supposed to.
At night.
Yeah, apparently you weren't supposed to get to after dark. And I was, why the hell are you? Who the fuck put a booth in the bar? Oh, I'm not in the bar. All right then. Oh, geez. What? Everybody's giggling.
Just the. So what anthology did the booth get you to agree to?
So far, we are 1 for 2024. The title will be Devil's Oven Mitts. I'm not sure what the parameters will be. I've got a year to figure it out.
Yeah. There was a thread about it. I'll have to go drag it up.
What?
It was a suggestion. I'll go. There were comments made. I'll go find it. I don't remember either. I was very, very drunk when I saw it. I know Sarah was tagged in it. Something about squirrels.
Squirrels?
Squirrels.
Did we agree to a squirrel anthology?
No, I think
Okay.
it's evil, like evil animals.
Okay. Yeah. It's something about take cute animals and make them evil, which this group should have no problem with. And yeah, it was Joel. Joel was the one that, yeah, it was Joel.
Well,
and I wasn't drunk when
He brought the kids.
he did.
That's we figured out the second weakness.
Devil's Oven Mitts, yes.
Yes, and that will be that's a 2024 anthology that we'll put in there.
No, that's a different set of Midnight Booth babes, Jesse.
What?
Never mind.
Never mind. It's okay.
I'm sure, girlfriend. Please leave me alone. How you know you're a Law Dog super fan? You spark an anthology. Then I have a lot of super fans. it was a good time. It was an odd little con. It didn't have. I'm used to a certain core group. We've been doing Midwest and Southeast cons, and you have what I call the core Liberty Con group, a bunch of folks from that I first met at Liberty Con.
Yeah.
There's generally about 50 to 100 people that I recognize and recognize me on site. Mars Con didn't have that.
Well, you also had the advantage that you were not on any panels.
I was
You
not on
didn't
any
have to do
panels.
any panels.
I was not. It was great, and I got to watch a really fantastic example of surprise deep end
Yeah.
because Kelly Grayson was on the will HMOs be necessary in the future panel and didn't realize he was the moderator.
Well, I did that to a couple of people. I handed off moderator to people who were more capable and would not go on quite so much a snark fest as I would. So
That was a fantastic
Yay,
panel,
Cindy.
though.
yeah, so
Oh, and it was really great when I was watching Kelly when he realized the person he was talking to was Dr. Jerry Pornell's son. You can see the click.
well, the best part of all of that is when somebody's new to conventions, because I'm not new to conventions, but to see somebody who's new to it come in and meet somebody who's like one step removed from awesome and godlike people, you know, and they're like, oh my God, I get to talk to them. And it's like, oh, they all just put on their pants the same way or their tights
Yeah.
and, or whatever.
Or their kilt. Or their kilt.
Thank you for that mental image. Don.
At least the hairs weren't sticking out of the tights. Of course, that was a whole different conversation. So
Oh,
if you're wearing tights, shave your legs.
That conversation ran a couple people off, by the way.
Because the furry tights thing is not okay.
furry tights.
But there were fun moments where
yeah.
I'm walking through somewhere and I hear Law Dog and think, oh, maybe I should get closer and hear and listen to what's being said, and then hear, oh, and there's Courtney. Shit.
Damn it, you've been outed. No, I got to waddle some of my old school science fiction street cred a few people, which was kind of fun. Because I got stuck on the what was the name of the panel? You know, it had writing strong women in science fiction on it, which sets me on edge.
Oh,
Oh.
and all the ladies decided to take
Well,
off
no,
on that
so we
one.
had a discussion about that beforehand because I was already on a rant and poor Ben Yellow got it at breakfast. And he agreed with me that I have been going to conventions for 44 goddamn years. And I have yet to go to a convention where we don't have a writing strong women in science fiction panel. Fortunately, the description was written by somebody at this table, and it's not you guys, about how to about women in science fiction, and I was the moderator, and I was snarky. And so Casey Azell was on it with me, and Marissa Wolf, and Katie Porter, who's a young adult fiction writer we all need to know. Her husband is Special Forces. They live in Montana. She's got 40 books out. She's brilliant.
Yes.
She's
love her.
absolutely brilliant.
And she's funny.
And she's funny as hell.
And smirky
But we
as
had a
hell.
big, long discussion that ended up with, how about we just write good humans?
Yeah, strong humans.
Strong humans as opposed to having to be strong women, because as soon as you put a label on it like that, it assumes that there aren't strong women. But yeah, so that was fun, and we had a good turnout, and I really wish they'd recorded that one.
Hey, Joy.
We ended up in some really good spots on that.
Yeah.
So
How many panels was Ben on?
none.
None.
What?
Well, they didn't know he was coming. He snuck in the door.
Ah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
So, but he actually kind of likes that because then he gets to go and listen to people and he was telling me how he decides who to read next.
Yeah.
Because he goes and listens to people on panels. It's like, oh, there's more there, right?
Yeah.
So, and then,
Oh my God. We're getting on the plane at DFW,
oh, right, heading to Norfolk.
going to Norfolk, and I am carrying Rita's luggage, and Rita's ahead of me going down the aisle, and she stops and just, backs up the entire and goes, Ben, look, it's Ben. And there's Ben Yellow. And she's hugging, and everybody's going, that's nice, lady.
yeah. Move along. Katie Cross.
Yes, she was actually the YA guest of honor this year
Yeah.
for MarsCon. She was adorable. She sat next to me at the dragon panel, and she loved on Derp a little bit. So
She loved on Derp.
She loved on
Everybody was
Derp.
loving on Derp.
everybody loved on Derp. It was
You
great.
might want to disinfect Derp because I saw some of those people.
Yeah, Kelly says I got to make Mark Wandry laugh and he damn near peed himself.
Okay, that doesn't narrow it down much because Kelly was in rare form.
Oh yes.
The TRO from the pilots union expired.
TSA is still pissed at me, by the way.
Yeah.
So we're telling stories in the bar, and we are drunk. We are drunk. Oh my God. I don't think Kelly was as drunk as I was. It's hard to tell. We are telling stories, and I realize that there's a table 2 tables away that's listening in and falling on their chairs laughing. It's the great thing is to Kelly's telling a story. Next thing you know, Casey Ezel's blowing her drink out her nose. So okay, I have a knife. I have this spider. I have a Spyderco and a 511 Chinesium knockoff.
Yeah.
That when I'm going somewhere, I'm going to be on a plane or anywhere near TSA. I put those in my pocket. Well, we got up early, and I just went ahead and put my usual pocket litter in, which is my Benchmade. Get to DFW and realize, oops, and I take the Benchmade off, put it in our checked luggage. No problem, right? Coming out of Norfolk, I did the same thing. I just tucked my pocket litter in, which is something I do 365 days a year. If I've got pants, I've got a pocket knife in.
Yeah.
Wasn't even thinking about it, was thinking about way too many other things. Forgot to put it in checked luggage. So I get through the idiot line at TSA, and I'm emptying my pockets into the big gray trays. And a Karen in a TSA uniform goes, "What is that? Is that a pocket knife?" And I realized I have my Benchmade in my pocket. So I said, Rita was there. I didn't want to cause any problems because normally it was, anyway. So I said, "I'm sorry, I've screwed up. Can I mail this?" She said, "There's no mailers. You can surrender it, or you can leave the secure area." I looked at her and said, "I'm sorry, you can surrender it or leave the secure area." I went, "Huh." Clang in a garbage can. And then I said, so
She wanted it.
and I'll guarantee
I'm
you
betting that she was digging in the trash.
she was digging that trash can 30 seconds after I broke contact. But I one shot it in the garbage can and said, "Fuck you." And I'm probably on a list at Norfolk now.
Mhm. Yeah, probably not. I don't know. That you can do the
Yeah,
other things
Cedar,
to
what
do
they're
that.
supposed to do and what they do are two different things.
Yeah, she told me I had 2 options. I could leave the secure area and not come back was the subtext, or surrender it.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be goddamned if it goes in the landfill before I'll surrender the goddamn thing to a TSA Smurf with sticky paws.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Apparently, David, they claim they ran out.
Yep.
Yeah.
If I had been there by myself, I'd still be raising a stink. I'd probably be in a Norfolk County jail. I'd still be raising a stink. I have a lawyer on quick speed dial, so
Yeah.
You giggling for?
Have you
Yeah,
know
it's
when
a
you're on the
matter.
speed dial,
It's a
it
matter
seems
of
like a good
time, Greg.
idea.
That is true.
Yeah. So the Benchmade Griptilian I bought when they first came out, I've carried on multiple continents in multiple situations, is now on its way to a landfill or in some TSA bitch's pocket.
Yeah.
Pardon my French to all the lady dogs out there.
Well, that's typical of TSA. What's funny is the stuff that they put up for auction every year, the number of knives. And if you ever look through any of those, which I have just out of curiosity when they did it up in DC, there was not a decent knife in the bunch.
Because people are smart.
Yeah.
I knew better.
Not only that, but TSA is going and stealing the good knives.
Oh yeah. And I knew better. Like I said, it's a Spyderco Delica, which I don't like. I got it free somewhere, so I don't mind if it goes in a landfill or somebody else's pocket. And I've got a 511 Chinesium knockoff that came when I ordered X amount of goods from 511 one time. And those are generally, I know better. I pack stuff I don't mind losing.
Yeah.
I
do the same thing. I carry a knockoff when I travel.
Well, it's the non-thinking habits. Like I said, if I put on pants, I put on a knife.
Yeah.
And I like to think that I'm the source of Streamlight's selling of MicroStream flashlights.
Yeah.
There's a $16 AAA flashlight. Fantastic little flashlights. And if I got pants on, I always have a knife and one of
Yeah.
these flashlights. And I don't mind if I lose a flashlight. I've lost empty dozen of these things. They're $16 each.
Yeah.
Don't care. The Benchmade, I've got issues with.
Yeah, carrying a pre-made mailer would be nice, but you'd still have to go out of the area and find a mailbox.
Find a mailbox.
And those are hard to find in an airport.
I didn't see any of them in the airport.
Yeah.
I didn't see any maily stuff at all at Norfolk. It's got, I'm weird. I don't like multi-function switches on flashlights. It's got a click on, click off.
Yeah.
And you can partially depress it and have it come on, but click on, click off, because I'm weird. I don't like the multi-function. Flashlight switches.
ALS, that's a good one. 3 times through the Smithsonian. I actually made it through Dulles, Los Angeles, Narita twice, back to Chicago before I finally got caught with a Leatherman in my backpack.
I would. I've got a Leatherman, special edition Leatherman that Jim got for me.
Yeah.
That you don't get out of the catalog. And if I were to lose that, I would seriously throw a strop. Somebody asked, David, this is a Streamlight MicroStream. They make 2 versions. They make a USB rechargeable version, and this is the AAA flashlight, AAA battery.
Mine's a little bit older.
I lose these things.
I don't lose mine, but
Yeah.
you do have to change the batteries.
And if you, it's rated for either 25 or 40 lumens, I forget which. But if you get the ultimate lithium AAAs, you get about an extra 5 to 10 lumens.
Yeah, that's what I run in mine.
Yep.
Cool.
But in Dubai, they took your cigar cutter. That does not surprise me, Tom, because they don't smoke cigars over there, or very few.
I'm actually looking at the damage done to my eyes by the stress the last 2 years is making it necessary for me to use a flashlight a lot more than I used to.
Yeah.
And I'm actually considering either Streamlight Wedge or the Stiletto from Surefire. But both of them are bloody huge. I don't have that much pocket space to begin with.
Yeah.
And they take up a lot of real estate. And this little single AAA battery flashlight takes up no space in my pocket.
LASIK doesn't always work. I have had LASIK myself, and as you see, I wear cheaters.
LASIK is good for the lens. This is damage to the retina. I've had blood vessels in the retina of my left eye popping like balloons, and they're healing over, but they don't heal well.
I get that. Poking the eye with a sharp stick every 8 to 11 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and have for 8 years now to keep from going blind. Such fun. Oh, one other thing.
Kelly, do you still have that Kershaw I gave you?
Yes, they will take shaving cream. They will take anything that's over, I think, 3 ounces. or
No
less.
kidding.
Yeah. TSA follows. Yeah, that's what it is. I lost a
Scaredy Kabuki Theater.
pen once because they determined that it was a sharpened instrument
Oh, for fuck's sake.
because it was a solid metal pen. Yeah, David, you're right. 3.4 ounces. Sorry.
3 ounces.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rita got annoyed. Hey, Frank,
Yeah.
tell your buddies at TSA to go eat a bag of dicks. I've just lost my glow sticks. Oh, 3 point. Rita was I have these little 2.5 ounce
Yeah.
squeeze tubes that I put my shampoo and body wash in.
Yeah.
And I need to pick some up for Rita because the TSA, they're bastards.
Yeah. Yeah. PRK also works. The differences are very minor. But one of the things with LASIK is that you can have monovision or you can have monocular vision where you got one eye that's far, one eye that's near. Because I'm a shooter, I went for monovision, which was distance. So to be able to read up close, I have to wear readers or shooters. And it works for a while. I mean, I had my surgery back in 2010, I think it was. And I'm seeing a little bit of degradation, but that's expected. I mean, hell, I'm 71 years old this year. So, you do what you need to do.
Again, the LASIK PRK, it all focuses on the lens. It's my retina, the actual
Yeah.
thing that converts light to signals, is damaged.
Yeah. Hey, TSA does confiscate knitting needles, and they have.
Frank, tell your blue shirt Smurf buddies eat a bag of dicks.
I have several.
Oh my God. They had bags of Spurglemints.
Yeah.
And during the drunk fest at the bar, somebody found a bag of Spurglemints that had 4 yellow Todgers and 1 pink Todger, and referred to it as, what was it, Jonna? The K-pop edition.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Oh yeah, Vic, that's yeah. I wore contacts for years, but I finally had to give them up. Tom, that's a good point. Kabul, buy the bag of lighters, because anytime you get either to Dubai or anywhere else over there, Kuwait for one, Bahrain for another, they will take a Bic lighter.
Seriously?
Yeah. But if you have one of those cheapo lighters,
The Zippo knockoffs?
no, you can't have a Zippo. They'll
Okay.
take that in a heartbeat.
Okay.
Zippo or a Bic, they'll take. If you've got the cheapo lighter, they'll leave you alone.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Kermit, that would drive somebody nuts. Thank you, Kelly.
Kelly did really well for his getting thrown in the deep end. Congratulations. You get to moderate a panel with 30 seconds notice. Did really well. I was proud of him.
Yeah. A lot of people, just great harassment program. That's exactly what it is, Tom.
Kelly, they gave Kelly a Spurglemint. Everybody knows what a Spurglemint is, right? I assume they do. Spurglemint is one of these dudes. So they gave Kelly a Spurglemint. And Kelly, obviously some folks there didn't know Kelly, proceeded to demonstrate.
There were instructions. You had to do it just right.
He did it
He's
just,
an EMT. He understands these things.
yes. And then
Less teeth.
yeah,
Teeth.
okay, that's what I'm getting to. He's doing I mean, it's like really well. Then he goes, crunch, less teeth, less teeth. That's when Casey Azell blew her drink out her nose.
we were well, I was, this is before the drink started too, was catapulting little packets of salt at them so I could be salty. 'Cause they were sitting so far away.
He did the licking and the
And-
fondling
Yeah,
and
you
crunch.
have to hold it by the wide part at the bottom.
Yeah. Jet Smith says, take your dentures out. Oh,
Okay,
this one is
Nobody
gone
needs a
so
paper
far
cut, honey.
left.
it's the after action report.
Well, okay, so I'm sure that there are some other people who have different quality of after action reports talking about panels and business connections, what the current book writing is, and how they've come to an agreement with a certain publishing company and stuff like that. Which is important when you go to a convention.
These are all
Yeah.
important things.
These are important things that happen, and the connections are important that happen. And apparently, we're not allowed to go to a convention without Jim Curtis ever again.
Apparently not.
Because everybody.
Because everybody knows Jim Curtis, and when he's not there, it's sort of like they expect him to keep us in line, which is really kind of sad. It's a
send him
lot
to
to
bed
expect
early
of
so
you,
he can get
especially
rest.
since you're the one causing a lot of the mayhem quietly in the background,
Yes.
which a lot of people don't realize about you.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that Jim's the background.
No, but okay. So here's the important thing that happens at these. Why? So Ben was sitting there with, I think, the biggest grin I've ever seen on his face. Because what's equally important about these conventions is the camaraderie and the friendship and the like minds and everybody getting your silly references and jokes and having the opportunity to just be and be happy in the moment.
Ben Yellow is a very sweet, kind gentleman. Not the sort of he's like everybody's favorite grandfather.
Right now, 50 years ago is a whole different
Okay.
thing.
I didn't expect. I really thought he'd be shocked when the bag of Spurtle mints went flying across the counter and hit him.
So
He giggled like a schoolboy.
well, because
We were
I'm
throwing
sorry,
him at
the
Casey.
conventions I went to, we were singing Teen Death songs, standing in all the soap bubbles in the hot tub in the convention suite, with
Ben
famous
is
editors.
not as
His story about manatees is one of my favorites.
Yes, we're not going to tell you. You
We're
get
not going
get
to
that
have
one
to
on
go to
your own.
convention.
But the point is that our focus is we like to bring the fun back. And I was watching some of the other publishing companies being ever so proper, and we don't do an anthology. How do you put up with all that stories? It's like we're all about the fun and finding the new people and bringing them in and teaching them what it is to actually have a good time. And I think we achieved our goal of teaching people how to have a good time. And oh, wow. If this keeps going, I'm going to need a whole nother shelf.
Ben is a lot more, shall we say, creative with his
He's such a sweetheart.
comebacks and other things
Mhm.
than anybody really realized.
Oh, he does zingers that you don't realize till 2 days later you got zinged. Like what? Oh,
Yeah. I mean,
Oh.
he's good people. And if you see Ben, ask him his story about crossing the street in Dallas in front of the cop. We're not going to tell it. It's
No,
his
that's a
to
Ben
tell.
story.
Mhm.
It's hilarious.
But Jonna mentioned the other publishing. I actually had somebody go, "Oh, you're Raconteur Press. You do anthologies." I'm going, "Damn betcha."
Mhm. Oh, and I was introducing us, says, "Hey, we do anthologies," and I was like, "We're like, no, really, we do anthology."
Because if we don't, the entire crowd behind me will say they do anthologies.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Old age, cunning, and stealth. Yes, Ben, we ascribe to that very, very well.
So I do not know, and I say this with Kelly in the friggin' comments. I don't know that I'm going to get that drunk ever again
Ha!
because for those of you that came in late, I woke up this morning, went to the bathroom to do what a gentleman in his 50s has to do every morning. And we're in a very old section of town, very old part of town. We still have cast iron water pipes. And if you don't run your cast iron water pipes for 4 days, rust builds up. So I got what I had to do, looked down and thought my kidneys had died.
Everybody who was filling your glass just yelled, "Challenge accepted."
Oh. Just no, guys, no. Oh, I found out Saturday night that I am not that 21-year-old cavalry scout anymore. Oh my God. I needed it. No, Greg, you bought some really good stuff that wound up opened and passed around.
Yeah, that was good. I honestly didn't drink as much as I thought I did.
Or
Did you
that you
see-
remember.
Do you see the number of empty bottles that we were hiding on?
Uh-huh.
Apparently in Virginia, you're not allowed to bring your own booze into bars and restaurants.
Yeah, that's true.
We were having to hide the dead bottles under the table and in large purses.
Backpacks.
backpacks. When we left, oh my God. When we left that night, there were it. Ooh,
And we still didn't empty all the bottles.
it
No,
looked.
I still have several at home.
It looked like a cavalry barracks Saturday morning. The empty bottles.
Yeah, and the reason I packed the bags that I did is because I had a heads up on how many bottles we were going to be there, and I figured how many we were going to bring home.
Evan, we don't need any more booze shipped here.
Ron, shut up.
You can always
Buy
bring.
good stuff. Be quiet.
He does buy good stuff. You can always bring tribute. Tribute is always appreciated.
Okay, I think
You better get another cabinet, Jonna.
it was Evan that brought the Dickles, the really high end Dickles. And Dan Fraser, who's a longtime friend of ours, walks into the restaurant, says, "I see the dicks on the tables. You know, it's going to be that sort of party."
Yeah.
And everybody looked at him. He said, "Dickles, Dickles." And everybody goes, "Better the first time."
Well, Dan is a sailor, and yes, I have
He was delightful. I
Ben
had never
had-
met him before, and that was
similar parties where you flopped it out on the table.
Okay, so I'm just going to do this publicly.
Uh-oh.
If you ever call me ma'am, I will shank you.
he did it twice. That was so
No.
funny.
3 times. By the third time, it was like,
He is a Texas. He's a Southern Texas, West Texas boy.
Yeah.
Enlisted in the military. It's Jonna. He's from a matriarchal society. It's ma'am.
Yeah.
And she was going to shank him. She was getting about her third shot. She was getting ready to go back to her suite, get her scissors, and
oh no, hair stick. I have my hair stick.
Hair stick.
He did it at the restaurant. I was waiting.
oh.
I was also giggling.
Not the scissors. Not the scissors.
oh.
RK says, John, I'm a Texan. You'll be called ma'am and learn to like it.
Oh, I'm just gonna get out of the blast zone.
And naval aviation for the win. Yeah, we've got our own way of doing things.
Okay, so Dan, he was talking about me and John, and he said, "Courtney, ma'am." So it was not a ma'am to an older lady because I am older than. It was no, he getting shanked. It's happening. I'm just gonna watch it. I'm gonna laugh.
Oh Lord, it was a really good experience, and unfortunately, allegedly there are plans afoot for faticide.
Yeah, PVR. If you were an AT, that's fine. As long as you weren't a queer tweet, we're good.
What, Jonna?
Okay, so MarsCon next year, we weren't going to go,
But we're gonna go.
Y'all have fun.
tell them why.
I've told them why.
No. Why we're going?
No.
Go for it. A friend of ours will be there as guest of honor.
Yeah, one of
Someone
our
named Larry.
Larry. They made the announcement. Larry Correa will be guest of honor at MarsCon next year.
Still ain't going.
I wasn't going to, but I got to back up Larry.
Oh, thank you, Tom. May I have another? Actually, a friend of mine, Lieutenant Commander, when somebody made a comment like that about being parents weren't related, would very happily take out a picture he had in his wallet
Uh-oh.
of him in uniform escorting his mother down the church to her husband
Okay.
when they were married.
Okay.
He's a lieutenant commander
In
in his 30s.
His parents weren't married.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And then he says, oh, by the way, this is when they redid their vows.
That's hysterical.
But everybody looks at that picture and goes, oh, well, okay, never mind.
FinCon 2023, the whole FinCon thing is a discussion we need to have in person, face to face.
Yeah.
FenCon 2023 is not happening. They're putting it off until 2024. There is something that's happening. They're working on getting the hotel before they announce dates.
Yeah.
But there will be another one in the fall in DFW. I can confirm that it is happening. They're just getting the hotel. So
Yeah.
we're still working on it.
Still working on it.
I believe there's a Facebook page. I'll have to make sure it's actually open to like inviting people to.
Oh, yeah, it was a really good time. It was a squirrely little con. Let's talk about Fool's Con, please.
Okay, Fool's
On
Con
deck, Jim.
is happening. April dates. We're back out at Coyote Ranch because of a Karen at our American Legion post. Damn it.
Damn it. Oh, that's not the words he was using when.
Yeah. So we will be putting up the food choices. Unless I hear different, we'll go with the standard, which is chicken fried steaks and build your own burritos for breakfast. So that'll go up probably tomorrow. And I'll put it up both on the Facebook and on the MeWe, but only sign up once between the two of them.
Fool's,
And so how do they pay their get into Fool's Con? How do they do that, Jim?
Cedar will be giving me a link. She is going to run it through her company since she can take PayPal and I cannot.
Fool's Con, for those of you who don't know, Fool's Con is Jim's Relaxicon. We don't have panels.
Yeah.
It's we have a large hall and we sit around
And we
And-
talk.
and we just
lot.
talk and we laugh
And we eat.
And we occasionally need to lubricate the vocal cords.
and we play, Cards Against Humanity and
And whatever, or we don't do anything, or we sit on the porch and have one of the biggest, longest no shit there I was sessions.
it's like a 2-day no shit there I was session.
Yeah, so it's mostly the opportunity to talk to all those people you never get to talk to when you go to conventions.
Yeah.
Yeah, without having panels.
Ben Yallow said he's never experienced that before, but he could not. He just had the best time ever. So,
Tom, there's always alcohol involved.
well, the point is, though, we usually wait on the alcohol until the evening when kids have gone off to bed and
Right.
stuff. I mean, it's not an all-day drunk fest, although some of us would like to make it that way. But no, we generally wait,
Yeah.
and
Mm.
as we get into the evening hours, then we pull out the bar. So.
Yeah, it's
And
we
we do designated drivers and stuff because we don't have anybody.
well,
being
the
unsafe.
great thing about it,
It'll be the third weekend, 14th through the 16th
we
of April.
we've been doing it at Yellowstone Park.
Yeah.
And the great thing about it is they have cabins and RV spaces, and there's things for kids to do.
Yeah.
There's a swimming pool, and it's a little community. It's a little gated. It's basically a little gated community RV park with cabins. You can rent cabins. And a lot of folks they just bunk up. They have like 6 bunk cabins.
Yeah.
And
No different. We're not going to teach the kids to be bartenders.
Although I know one person's bringing their son who is a bartender.
Oh, Dave's gonna be there.
Yeah.
Sweet, good. That's a great thing is you can stagger across the street to one of the rented cabins.
Yeah.
Or you bring your RV.
Yeah.
And it's
We have people that do that.
There's a lot of hotels nearby too.
there's
there are.
there are hotels nearby, but there's also a mesquite thicket, a creek out back, and the kids generally have a really good time. Earlier they had devil ponies, felony miniature horses, what the hell, Shetlands.
Yeah.
And chickens. I think they're getting rid of those, right? Okay.
Which is sad because the kids really like the animals. That was cool. And they have a really cool playground that I will disappear to every now and then.
Yeah. Well, they have a swimming pool and a playground, and it's
Yeah.
basically a gated community. So anybody that's through the gate had to pay and leave ID.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, David, I know that's the annual meeting for the NRA, but I made the mistake of hosting this once, and it was going to be a one-time good deal. And
it
this
was
is now
2020, wasn't it?
the fourth one.
2019 or 2020?
This is the fourth one.
You know, one time in the middle of the COVID stupidity.
Yeah.
And it was basically no mask, come and relax.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Much
And-
like this friggin' live stream.
Just there to have fun.
How do I get myself into this shit?
You volunteer.
wide-eyed and walking straight ahead. I'm here to tell you.
You say, this sounds like fun. We all go, yes, it does. And you go, all right, well, here's what we're doing. This is what we're doing. You're as bad as I am.
And
With
while
a few years of
while
experience
stuff
on me.
while stuff does get done at FoolsCon, mostly it's there to relax, see your buddies, see people you haven't seen in ages, and
Be able to carry on a conversation for more than 5 minutes at a time.
and we're very careful about the pictures we take.
Yes.
So
Yes. Hmm.
yes. What con gave birth to all the anthologies? That would be FoolsCon.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because we had pulled all the tables together, we made one long, ever-filling table. And Tom Rognaby, who's probably on here and is a bastard, and Tully Roberts were sitting across from me. And I was telling stories and having a good time, slightly lubricated, enough to be relaxed. And I had one of those little bitty red solo cups, and I killed it. Or at least I thought I did. And then I realized after I got done with the with telling the story that I hadn't killed the drink. So I drank my drink, told another story, and realized I hadn't drunk my drink. Well, I did not realize Scott Richardson was there and had brought some very, very high-end booze. And he was pouring a red Soul cup, little shot cup, for Jonna, who's taking a sip, declaring how good it was, and switching out my glass.
Yeah. Yeah, PBR, we do this Tuesday at noon, Thursday at 3. And I salute you as a former veteran and former Navy guy.
Hey,
Nice to have you here.
we've got, we always,
Oh, Jet, you're in Las Vegas? Oh,
Shot Show?
yeah. He apparently lives there.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So something we've discovered is when we starting at Tolcon, when we go to conventions, we always come back with more booze than we left with. I'm not exactly sure how that happens. We always wind up with more booze on board more bottles than we left with.
People bring tribute.
Yes, they bring tribute and leave it.
It's appropriate for a warlord.
Really? You went there.
I had to. I've been waiting to use that line since I thought of it like 2 days ago.
So when Jonna moved here, we cleared a shelf back in the shop section, and we've been putting the booze bottles on there. And every one of those booze bottles has been opened at least tasted,
Except for one.
except for one. There is a single solitary Everclear bottle that hasn't had the seal broken to yet.
And probably never will have.
No, we have plans for cherry bombs.
Now, there is, this is the North Texas
Troublemakers.
Troublemakers.
Oh,
However, there is apparently a South Texas Troubleshooters
yes.
that is being formed as a counter to us.
Yep. Oh, Lord.
But you get us all at the same convention, and just saying.
Oh,
Yeah, some interesting crossovers can occur.
I got drunk enough, and I have to be pretty drunk. I got drunk enough to tell the African warlord story.
You weren't that drunk.
I have to be pretty drunk to tell that story.
You weren't that drunk that
In
night.
public. I have to be pretty drunk in public to tell that story.
Yeah.
And I was drunk enough to tell it, and I almost wiped out the bar. And the terrible thing was, the bartender of African American persuasion who was slinging the drinks laughed harder than anybody else.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah, that was a rather interesting one out in front of the Lone Star that night, day and night.
Oh,
Everybody was just taking turns, and it was hilarious.
when you get Tom Rognaby lathered up and Jim relaxed and me and Kelly Grayson will be the next one.
Yeah.
Um,
And Bob Poole was there.
yes,
Alex,
my ribs hurt.
Leota.
Oh my God, Alex. Alex is so quiet.
Yeah.
And then he starts telling stories.
Yeah.
but my ribs hurt for 2 days.
It's
Oh,
absolutely hilarious, the number of spooks.
no kidding, right?
You guys gotta stop inviting them. Because you know them all.
Because
If we know each other or we know people in common.
Uh-huh.
Ah, it's just odd. Of course, the number of bloggers going back years ago that were spooks blew our minds one time when we started counting noses.
right.
I counted over 40 bloggers
Mm-hmm.
that were spooks between various organizations.
So common spooks.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
It's like, it's no. All right, Frank. Tell your liver to buckle up. The number of SOCOM associated people we hang out with is scary.
Yeah. No jungles and cover in North Texas. Yeah, well,
Starts and stops. Wait, I can't tell that one yet.
actually, I'm a member of the Association of Old Crows, Richard. I'm sure you are too.
Doug is sharing a cab with Kelly Grayson. Oh no.
Oh, Doug, your ribs are gonna hurt.
Oh no. He says he wants to be the big spoon, but he doesn't mind.
Yeah.
He'll be the little spoon. Kelly will be the little spoon. He just grumbles about it a bit.
Yeah, Mikado, you're exactly right. We kind of let our hair down among friends. And it's interesting, some of the stories that come out. And some of the ones that don't, and everybody just kind of goes, yeah, understood. And everybody else is going, huh? What?
There are enough of those the cabins with the multi bunks that if you need a roomie, make an announcement and somebody will have a place spot for you.
Mhm.
And it looks like we've almost wasted an hour.
Bloody
We'll
hell,
go
we
a
got-
couple more minutes.
we got a couple minutes.
Yeah.
How many is in a cabin? Depends on the size of the cabin. There are 6 and 8 bunk cabins and one room cabins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And-
every size.
The one room cabins can usually fit 4 people.
Yeah.
They just don't have showers. So you have to
Yeah.
wander over to the showers.
Yeah, kitchens and multiple bedrooms. So sharing is possible.
Mhm. And we got 8 people into a 6. One that was supposed to have 6 people. At one
Again,
point.
Kelly will gripe about being a little spoon, but he'll do it.
Yeah. Glad you're here, Jim. Hopefully the hunting is going well. I saw your post about the ducks and other assorted things you'd gotten the other day. Time well wasted. I guess that's probably
That's-
the best we can shoot for. We
that's-
wasted people's time effectively.
Well, they keep showing back up, and
Yeah.
I don't know why. Because again, I discovered at MarsCon we are still breaking all the rules for a successful podcast. Because yes, I went to that panel.
Were you on the panel?
Oh hell no, I wasn't on any panels. I just wanted to go see what we were doing wrong, and apparently everything. We should not have a successful podcast.
No. And we're up well over 400 subscribers now.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Oh,
It just-
why? We don't do anything except sit here and run and bump our gums. I mean,
I don't know.
Because you're fun. And people want to get notifications when you're on so they can come and suggest things.
apparently anthologies.
Yeah.
Only 39.
40. They were 40 for a while.
We've never had 40 people on here listening to us at once.
No.
I think part of it is we've all seen some serious shit in our lives. And it's just
Yeah, 300 of them are Frank's support group.
yeah, that's the asylum where he is.
Yeah. No, AJ just hit it.
But-
Said mostly they're here for the chat.
Right. It has nothing to do with us. But no, I mean, I think when you've seen a considerable amount of crap in your life that's pretty serious, your sense of silly expands in equal proportion.
I have this
So,
mental
yes.
image of an hour after we log off.
Yeah.
somebody about does people go, "Hi, Frank." Did they do it again?
Yeah. Oh, it takes a village, yes.
Watch
No,
a village. What is the question?
we are not doing Discord. No.
No.
And
I-
it-
Joel and I are in a Discord group together. I'll ping him there. So,
Okay.
he had a question. So
uh,
I will say I was gentle and no blood was spilled, but points were made and people understood.
Frank is doing the John Candy crying laugh in the bar.
He's in the shower.
Yeah, the problem with Discord is just like with Facebook and any of the others, it's a time sink.
Oh yes.
and it's
Some
probably
tired
the-
days there.
Probably the worst thing there is for an author is to get involved in them.
Mhm.
I know it eats into my
Yeah.
Facebook eats hard into my my writing.
I actually have muted all of my notifications for everything, so I'm not constantly being pinged back to
Yeah.
stuff because otherwise I will spend all day just
John,
chasing.
John has been in here when I've been on a writing jag. My phone will go off with a notification. I start swearing and throw it across the room.
Speaking of swearing and throwing things across the room, we were down at the post last night putting drawers into the cabinet we designed.
Oh boy.
They built the drawers already, full depth. We put the drawer slides in. Now the drawers stick out 1.5 inches. Yeah, there was some commentary,
You think?
Sailorese commentary last night. Something to the effect of table saws and saws of various calibers, and I'm gonna, yeah, Yeah.
Done.
chainsaw. The question was, well, are you going to cut 1.5 inches out, or are you just going to cut the back off, put a new back on? I haven't decided yet.
Yes. Yes.
All right, folks, we've wasted an hour of your time.
Be safe, guys.
Be safe. Thank you, as always, for coming and listening to us rant, talk, whatever the hell you want to call what we're doing. And have a good week, folks. And
Oh, yeah.
remember, don't sweat the petty stuff. Don't pet the sweaty
We will
stuff.
see y'all Thursday at 3.
See you Thursday. Bye.